WEX Wake Up's weekly wrap-up, I'm Christy Matino. In this week's top story, the Silicon Valley Bank Financial Group filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on Friday, asking to reorganize under court supervision. SVB Securities and SVB Capital's funds and general partner entities would not be included in this bankruptcy filing. So SVB says it has $2.2 billion of liquidity, along with cash and interest in SVB Capital and SVB Securities. The filing comes a week after the bank was seized by state regulators, creating more uncertainty for several regional banks and larger lenders, although the Biden administration has repeatedly said that the banking system is safe.
All customers who had deposits in these banks can rest assured, they'll be protected and they'll have access to their money as of today. No losses will be borne by the taxpayers. Instead, the money will come from the fees that banks pay into the deposit insurance fund.
And another top story we've been following, San Francisco is advancing its reparations plan, but they say they're unsure how to pay for it. The city's plan would give $5 million in reparations to each qualifying Black resident in the city, which the San Francisco Board of Supervisors voted unanimously to approve of that draft. But they still have not worked out how this plan will be funded. The committee behind the proposal has admitted that there were no calculations made to arrive at the $5 million per person number. Rather, it was based on feeling about what seemed like enough money. This plan would also include the elimination of personal debt and tax burdens, guaranteed annual incomes of at least $97,000 over the next 250 years, and homes in the city for $1 per family. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' Stop Woke Act has been blocked in Florida schools by a federal appeals court judge. The law would have restricted the incorporation of critical race theory in public schools, leaving in place a lower court's injunction against the law. The three-judge panel declined to lift a lower court order that prevented Florida's universities from implementing the Stop Woke Act, which aims to restrict how public education instructors can discuss certain concepts related to race. The law, first proposed by DeSantis, was passed during Florida's 2022 legislative session.
You think about what MLK stood for. He said he didn't want people judged on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character. You listen to some of these people nowadays, they don't talk about that.
And President Biden announcing the first phase of a nuclear submarine deal with Australia and the United Kingdom. The president announced on Monday Australia would purchase at least 3 nuclear-powered submarines from the U.S. as part of a trilateral national security agreement with the UK. The deal, which is called AUKUS for short, invests in the 3 countries' defense forces amid efforts to counter China's influence. Biden also hit home the point that the submarines are nuclear-powered, not nuclear-armed.
Australia is a proud non-nuclear weapon state and is committed to stay that way. These boats will not have any nuclear weapons of any kind on them.
Now, first steps include a series of port visits this year, the formation of submarine rotational forces by 2027, and Australia buying up to 5 submarines by 2030. And those were the top stories this week on WashingtonExaminer.com. Be sure to follow us online and on social media for the WEX Wake Up every day at 8 a.m. so you stay in the know of all the headlines trending in politics.